Hello, welcome back to some more Stellaris, me PMC317. A subtle difference this time, I have a face. Now you can see what I look like. Hideous, I know. So last time the Xaplo had declared war on us again, I believe. Yep. And we were attempting to try and sort of fight them off. Let's just confirm my suspicions. Yes, at war with Darn Axis and the United Nations of Peoples. Okay. And we did have a fleet. There we go. So the third fleet is actually coming over to try and retake Zataron. Whilst second fleet and first fleet are basically just going to sit exactly where they are and do as little as possible. Try and build up. I might push out to Redamon actually, just because there's nothing in the way at the moment. So we'll do that. But first fleet is absolutely just going to stay exactly where it is and do as little as possible. So, hopefully this will be a reasonably short, reasonably simple sort of war, and we won't have to be completely and totally shafted. I was also attempting to get the construction vessels to go along this route here to see some more planets, so that we could try and build up our manufacturing base and sort of stop our economy dropping off a cliff every other 5 minutes. Right, okay. So second fleet going to Redamon, which I believe was in fact ours at one point. Yeah, it was. It was my original blocking station, wasn't it?
Battling aggressor station.
In fact, the original building, isn't it? Okay, cool.
Construction complete.
That's Redamon retaken. Okay, what have we got here? So Elysia has more civilian industries, please and thank you. And change that to a industrial world. That will reduce the upkeep of the artisans. Eden's doing okay. That's doing alright. Not happy about our economy at the moment, but we just have to sort of suck it up and keep going. First fleet, quite happy in Oublion. What's this? That's transport. Darn Axis can go and do that as much as they like. That's absolutely fine. Ideally, we'll be able to take Sagathia, but I think that the Darn Axis will get there before us. Should do anyway. It would be nice if I could retake these systems, but it's not going to happen for a long time, I don't think. Okay. So, how are we getting on construction ship-wise? Build that starbase there. And then what we can do is we can colonise this planet here from Zandaban or elsewhere, and then we'll have some more planets up this end. Ah, that's right, I'd forgotten about that as well. I'd cheekily taken Bidtox to get the minerals, and then we're going to push this way. I really want to get Wistral to stop anybody suddenly appearing and having aliens appear in effectively my back garden. Okay, so second fleet is fully repaired, and we should probably reinforce it actually. What's this kind of station looking like? Not too bad. Okay. Okay. So, apart from taking Gatinal, I'm not going to expand anymore during the rest of this war, just because I want to use the alloys for ship production. Right, here comes Third Fleet into Nezatron. See, what would be really handy, what will be really handy, is if we can seize Nezatron, we can put a starbase here, and then we can close down Memaz and Kongath.
Construction complete.
Or at least one of them anyway. Right, good. So, build mining stations, and build research stations. And then... ooh, what's this? Strong magnetic field, energy credits. Oh wow, okay, that'll be really useful. 11 generator districts. This is a good planet. We will stick the Conisthians on it. And we will call this... New... Canista. I can taste your stink, vile beast. Every time I do, I feel that I've somehow been infected by it. Yes, thank you very much indeed, Xaplo. You're very lovely. The feeling is mutual. Right, I think I'm going to try and be a little bit cheeky and send Second Fleet out like that. This is really just to give me some breathing space so that they have to come through other systems. I can see where they are and what they're doing. There they are. That's their fleets there. $3K fleet power. That's 1.5, and that's 390. Third Fleet is what really desperately needs upgrading, so let's get some more ships for Third Fleet. Colony ships, Sol and Eurus are making warships, that's good. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to speed things up a little bit. And then if anything goes off the rails, we can always bring the speed down, so that's alright. Hello people on Twitch. Do feel free to chat in the chat, as it were. Oh, 3 people on Twitch. Hello everybody. Do excuse Nightbot. It doesn't appear to appreciate capital letters. Very weird. I have little control over it, to be honest.
Construction complete.
It's fighting. Why is there fighting? Second Fleet. Oh, I see, yes. Second Fleet are attacking Talan. Let's have a quick look at that. Yep, okay. And in terms
Construction
of
complete.
actual combat... yeah. Oh, that's going the other way. Okay, that's good. There is a battle going on here. I think let's have a quick look at that. Oh no, it's not. They've basically just missed each other, so that's quite handy. But yeah, 3.5k of fleet power.
Construction complete.
It's
Handshake protocols activated.
research agreement. Yes, I agree to this research agreement.
Handshake protocols activated.
Ooh, the Avendari Directorate. These are my little star psychotic space foxes. Hegemonic imperialists, as you can see. Here at the Avendari Directorate, we consistently deliver more for less, and today we'd like to offer you a deal you simply cannot refuse. A commercial pact with us. Tell us you can't refuse. Yeah, no, that's fine. I'll happily have a commercial pact with you. Because anybody that might potentially be an ally against the horrors of the Xaplo Annihilators is somebody who is a good friend as far as I'm concerned. Right, okay. So there's a fair amount of corvettes, I think, going in towards the Third Fleet.
Construction complete.
Not moving on Nezatron, now they are.
Construction complete.
Right, research stations. Okay, let's move you down to there. And move you over to there. Actually, go to there. I'm a little concerned that the Dar Nexus will attempt to try and come past my border line here, but keep an eye on it, and hopefully they won't. Yeah, Darnexus have been really badly handled here. Look, they've lost 1,000 fleet power and done hardly anything to the Xaplo. So I think we are going to push over to Sagathia. Right. Okay. This is a bit of a risky move because the stations are fairly capable when you're talking about very small groups of corvettes. As it turns out, we'll see anyway. 4 people on this bridge. Hello everybody. Do say hello to each other and use the chat. If my bot is being silly, my fault.
Research complete.
Ooh, what's this? What have we researched? We have researched alloy megaforges. Excellent. Ooh, autocannon. That's good. That's very useful. On the small ships, which make up the bulk of our fleet, that's brilliant because it will replace all of the railgun equivalents. For example, small railgun, because it does more damage and is generally a better choice of gun. Not on the larger vessels, but for small weapon systems, the autocannon thing is really good. Okay, Third Fleet should now push on to... No, I've not quite finished it. That's not positive, though. For several months now, we have received scattered reports of small numbers of alien mercenaries and privateers operating on the frontiers of our space. They call themselves the Isravanar and are apparently exiles from a nomadic warrior culture inhabiting overcrowded space stations in and around the Badukan system. Their passage near our space proceeded without incident, but they warned us against trespassing in Badukan. There is no Isravanar central government to speak of, but their various factions are engaged in constant infighting and often launch raids against neighbouring star systems. Indeed, given their vast population and space-based production capability, the Isravanar would likely be a significant galactic power if they ever stopped killing each other in an attempt to contact them. Outsiders, we are the Isravanar. Unlike the civilized star nations of the galaxy, we have no single master to lord over us, but I have been chosen to convey this message to you on behalf of all of the houses. Do not try to impose your soft and effete ways upon us. You may freely send your alien ships into Isravanar territory, but do not expect them to return. Our warriors will welcome the diversion, however. Transmit on this frequency only if you wish to offer tribute, or if you have need of mercenaries, as well as the means to pay for them. Okay, they are potentially useful if a bit far away. So they're over here, and there's some other ones here. Potentially, either of these could become a Khanate. So in about 100 years or so, one of them will decide to become a unified nation and then expand rapidly, smashing everything in front of it. I'm kind of hoping it'll be these ones, because they'll take on the Xaplo and really do a number on them, so that would be good. But we'll see. Can we raid? Actually, no, never mind. Apologies for bothering those ones. I was hoping we'd be able to get them to raid the Xaplo, but nothing doing. I think it's because we can't rival them, because they're too powerful. So,
Building a new home.
building a new home? Oh, okay, yes, newcomers there. Recycling campaign. We should probably pick that one up again. What does it do? Minus 10% consumer goods. Yeah, that's worth it. Okay. Now, where's New Byzantium? That's on all done. I could turn that into a sector, but it would literally be a sector of one system, so there's not much point. So I'm kind of just going to leave that. Right. It's Third Fleet moving into fight that, and hopefully the Xaplo will go this way and not that way, because if they do go that way, there's very little that I'm going to be able to do about it. primarily because Third Fleet is, by quite a long way, the smallest one of the various fleets. Right. What do I want to do? Do I want to go... I think it might be worth attacking Esmic Station and then returning to Escola. Right. Okay. So as we can see, what's happened there is that because Sagathia was claimed by the Dar Compact and we're allied to them, rather than taking the system for ourselves, we just gave it back to the Dar, which is fine. I don't have any objections to that. So we have taken War Games, which means we've completed the Supremacy Tradition tree, and now we get a Ascension perk. So the ones I'm really looking forward to are things like the Colossus Project and the Master Builders and Galactic Wonders and things, which allow us to build Dyson Spheres and stuff. In the meantime, however, I think Galactic Force Projection is probably a good start because it increases the fleet command limit and increases our naval capacity by quite a big way, so we'll go for that one. So much for a peaceful playthrough anyway. They say I have a nice voice. Hello, I'm very glad that I have a nice voice. Thank you very much. Yes, I know, I am indeed a mean bean. I'm not paying attention to my chat at all. I was busy fighting a war. My apologies. Not very successfully fighting a war either, but there we go. Right, so now we have Nazataron. Will upgrade straight away. And I am going to get them to go to the nearest
They can
station.
talk, and they want to talk to us.
They can? Okay. That's interesting. Why did it say that? Huh. I think that should have been set off by an event that happened a while ago, but for some reason the voice line didn't happen until now. Somebody has died, that's fine, because it's just a shipboard scientist and we don't really need them at the moment. Not worried about my factions. Planets are all doing okay, so Third Fleet is... Ah, right, okay, so Second Fleet is now attacking this station here. Ah, that's nice. Good. Okay. And, they've got... Do they have a planet there? They do. Okay. And then let's send them back to Escola. Third Fleet has been fully repaired, so we'll now send Third Fleet here. Actually, it might be worth sending them to Yildum if there's Darnaxis there. And let's reinforce them a bit. See, again, I don't understand why the Darnaxis are sending their ships over here when the enemy is here. They're here. Now, I could send Third Fleet down to try and take them on, but not something I want to do, really. Because the chances are very high that they'll just be...
Construction complete.
very badly handled. Not useful, but okay, thank you. Thank you for building it, I suppose. Just, I would prefer if you'd built it over here rather than up there. Never mind. Okay.
Construction complete.
I'm sorry that Nightbot is mean. At least I am less mean than Nightbot. Oh joy, energy credits are going to run out, so let's sell some stuff. There we go, and let's give us a bit more breathing room. Looking forward to new Canisters 11 generator districts. That
Construction
really,
complete.
really helpful. Okay, so let's trade hub and guns. Okay. Okay. Everything's pretty stable, to be honest, and the Xaplo are definitely much more tired by this war than we are, which is good. I think I might send Second Fleet out to do a bit more raiding, actually, because that seems to be a pretty decent tactic. Let's go down that way, that way, that way, that way, and then
Construction
back
complete.
up to there. Okay. What was Nazatron? Oh yeah, here we go. So here we want gun battery, and disruption field generator. And
They're fighting. Stop fighting!
Mirish Divine Republic has declared war on the Mirren hegemony. They are over here, I believe. Yep. So that's the Mirish Divine Republic, and that is the Mirren hegemony. Oh. Dar Nexus. Ah, see, okay.
Aggressors
They've
spotted.
now got wormhole technology. Which we do not. Ah, right, okay. You need to go back to a scholar. Sweet, because that is a 5,000 power fleet. 9 cruisers, 8 destroyers and 8 corvettes, as opposed to 2 cruisers, 5 destroyers and 20 corvettes. I mean, combined with the scholar's 4,000 power, they might be able to do something about it, but it's not likely. Right, let's put some gene clinics down and some more generator districts. New Byzantium. And yes, so see, they've come to reclaim Esmec. That's fine. I suspect they're going to go and take this back.
Spaceport under attack.
Okay. I'm quite happy for them to do that. Ooh, antimatter power. Okay. Barrier point defense or improved reactor booster. Physics research is really good, but because we're in the middle of a war, I don't think we can go for it. I'll go for the improved reactor booster, I think. And I can stick that on my ships and they will become more powerful, which is good. And okay, the Chaos Stellar Union has started to integrate the Sacrosanct Namarian Commonwealth. Shopping, you should go shopping, definitely. Absolutely. Upgrade that because there's a planet on it. And yeah, here we go, look, see? So this will be a touch and go fight when they engage Second Fleet. We might actually see if we can build... Is it worth trying to build a point defense platform? I don't think it is. I think we'll just leave it at that and we'll spend the alloy on reinforcing Third Fleet some more. So what will eventually happen is that...
Handshake protocols activated. Handshake protocols activated.
What have we got here? So, we believe the United Nations of Peoples and the Mirish Divine Republic have much to offer one another. We suggest entering into a mutually beneficial commercial pact. Sure. We have much to learn from one another, human. We propose the creation of a research agreement between our empires. Yeah, sure, why not? Research agreements, all like that. And there's another squadron. Ah, here we go. Right, so I'm going to send First Fleet out, I think. Is that worth doing? No, they're just going past, aren't they? So we can leave that. And Eden has got a slot. What do we want to put in Eden? Theoretically, another alloy foundry would probably be a reasonable option. Yeah, let's do that. Alloy foundry. Ooh, in fact, what's that? How many motes are we getting? Right, we'll upgrade those as well, so that we are in fact now going to hopefully produce a fair amount of Fertison's reign has immediately come to an end through death. Okay, so age. You are probably best. Age under 90. Yes, okay. recruiting Billings because he's young and a physicist. So he'll have plenty of time to gain experience and level up. Third Fleet, what are we looking at now?
Construction complete.
Now looking at... yeah, okay, 13 P-class corvettes. That's not right. Why is it doing that? Very annoying. I don't know what's happened here. Okay, so Third Fleet is going to have to lose some P-classes. Yes. 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 I know that sounds counterintuitive, getting rid of ships in a at war. However, there we go, that's better. I don't want these ridiculous odd numbers. Okay. And what we'll do now is we'll put a large number of cruisers up. So we have 20 corvettes, 10 destroyers and 10 cruisers in each fleet, in theory. Of course, in order to be able to do that... oh yeah. There's a battle going on. Let's commit the first fleet.
Construction complete. Aggressors spotted.
Talon system, where's that? Oh, that's up here, isn't it? Okay, right. It may well be the case that the Xaplo do take a scholar. That's not what we want at all. So... because I think what will happen is they'll send in the 4th Husk Squadron, which will get defeated, probably, but do significant damage, and then they'll send in the one immediately after it. Right, let's have a look at this and see what's going on. Okay.
Battle
This
commenced.
may have been a mistake, because those are fairly evenly matched fleets. Oh no, winning. Just. But they are winning, I think. Okay, that's interesting. This is going to be very close. Very close. Nope. Okay. So... oh dear me, okay, resource critical. Sell that. Sell 500 of those. Sell 100 of those. Sell 500 of those. That came at just the wrong time. And the second fleet is engaged as well. Ah, no. So much for my vaunted battle stations. Looks like there's going to be a couple of crushing defeats. By the looks of it, many cruisers.
Construction complete.
I simply cannot keep up with their manufacturing base. What do their cruisers actually look like? Yes, thank you very much, I'm aware of that. Here we go. Destroyers, corvettes, cruisers. Let's have a look. Nasty. Very nasty, is the answer.
Construction complete.
Much as I would like it to be the case, I don't think we are going to be able to withstand that attack. Which is deeply upsetting. Yeah, so they've just taken Escola. Which means they're probably going to take Zandaban as well. Which means that we're going to have to fall back on Chilean.
Special project complete.
We have learnt that the Roman forests of New Byzantium avoid certain regions home to colonies of a native pseudo-insect. These insects secrete a pheromone that can be used to steer the wandering trees away from population centres. Furthermore, the areas where the forests most frequently range have been closed off as nature reserves. Our biologists can learn much by studying this reserve from the neighbouring regions. Good, okay. So that has removed the migrating forest modifier from New Byzantium and added the migrating forest reserve to New Byzantium. So let's have a look and see what that does. Docile migrating forests. It improves society research. The wandering forests on this world now avoid populated areas and no longer cause damage to settlements. Their presence still limits the amount of free land available to colonists. But that's okay. Right, the Dar Nexus wishes to give yes, that's fine. Mirren Hegemony was given association status by the Favourable Compact. Okay. Well, I don't really know what to do now because I think Detonau is going to get smashed. Second Fleet is almost certainly screwed. Zandaban is not a defence station at all. The Xaplo are absolutely heading that way. I'm going to attempt to conserve my fleet, I guess. Whether or not I will be
An alien
successful,
federation has formed.
I
It's
don't
good
know.
to see them make friends among themselves.
This is upsetting. I had high hopes for all of that, but given that those two fleets there have basically 10k originally, fleet power, that was more than I had in all three fleets, so such is life. Durasteel armour, yes, without a doubt. Better defences on my ships is never a bad thing. First fleet has been damaged, second fleet managed to escape the attack at Zandaban.
Handshake protocols activated.
Now, what's happening now? We
We
believe the United Nation of Peoples and the Chaos Stellar Union have much to offer one another. We suggest entering into a mutually beneficial commercial pact. Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah. Okay.
Construction complete.
So in theory, if we sit there, that's 4.5 fleet power, 4.5k fleet power. So we could defend Detonau, but
Research
they have
complete.
run away. So come to that. Improved reactor booster, yes, good. X-ray lasers, probably a good option. Ah, they're going away, right. Might be that I can retake Zandaban and Escola, if I'm lucky. We are, however, going to reinforce...
New frontiers established.
New Coniston has just been turned into a colony, so all the generator districts. So we need to do that. And we will turn that into a sector as well, and we will give it a governor, obviously because we need a governor. Vasquez, you can be the governor. And we shall rename this one the Outer Sector. Imaginative sector naming. But there we go. So, let's see.
Construction complete.
Okay, so this is my sort of fallback position. I'm really hoping that the 6th Husk Squadron goes away. Because if it does, that will give me a window to send 2nd Fleet back in via Zandaban to retake Escola. Meanwhile, 3rd Fleet is going to get its final corvette. We're winning the war in the sense that they are tired of it. But we're absolutely not winning it in terms of strategic position, because
Construction complete.
we have to retake Escola. We just have have to. It's vital.
Construction complete.
Absolutely vital. Okay, take that. Your starbase has finished a construction queue. That probably means that... No. Yeah, that'll be for First Fleet, won't it? Okay. So we'll give the 6th Husk Squadron enough time to disappear
Construction
from our
complete.
sensors. And then we will send in the 2nd Fleet. At least to retake Zendaban. Go away, go away. Oh, enjoy the shopping.
Construction complete.
I've just realised that I have absolutely no idea how long I've been doing this for. Bear with me just a moment. Half hour, okay. That's fine. Ah, more people on chat. Right. Yeah, okay. So, they've sent a single squadron up. Retake Zendaban now, and then we will move from there to Escola and sit tight on Escola. And if we're very lucky,
Construction complete.
I really hate how much of my plans at the moment start with the words "if we're very lucky." That's not really how you plan. Shouldn't be how you plan anyway. Okay. Okay. You can do it, little ships. I believe in you. What's the... Okay. Good. Right. Oh, what's this? The strong magnetic field around new premise that has been affecting computers on the surface recently. Oddly, this effect is not merely random interference. Instead, computers are actually working more efficiently than they should be. It's almost as if an outside force is lending a helping hand. Magnetic miracle modifier added for 60 months, which is 5 years, giving the following effects. Plus 20% physics, society and engineering research. Okay. So we are going to... Oh, no we're not. We're going to go straight on to Escola. And damn the damage. Because if we can retake Escola, that changes things a little bit. 4th Husk Squadron. Okay. Yes. Ah, I forgot that's a 4.6k station. So this could be a disaster, but we'll see. If this fleet manages to take this station, it will cause me to have to rethink some of my tactics.
Aggressors spotted.
How are they doing? No, I think we're going to have to retreat back to Zendaban. Yep. Off you pop, back to Zendaban. And I think there's actually a... Yes, there's a shipyard on Zendaban, so we can in fact reinforce and repair. New Besad. What are we building on New Besad? This is apparently a mining world, so we should really be putting things on here that are useful for mining. However, there isn't anything at the moment, so we'll put an autofarm monument and then we'll upgrade that building and... we don't have enough minerals to do anything else, so we'll do that.
Construction
Waves
complete.
are indeed evil. It's the humidity that really gets me more than anything else. Yes, I know it's not connected to the trade network. That's fine. I'm quite happy for this station here to not be connected to the trade network. Okay, so that's 538 power. Is it worth upgrading the Starhold? Well, forward to reinforce speed. Not even a little bit. What if we put in... what are our corvettes like? Okay, we need... let's see if we can build 3 I-class corvettes. 1, 2, 3. Yes, we can. Good. And we now have 3 cruisers. Good, okay. So that makes it a little bit stronger. Because 1 hostile fleet is present. Yeah, okay. So part of the issue with losing a scholar is it allows them access to Utopia. Not that that's necessarily the end of the world, because Zandaban does still block access to Detanal and New Canista, but... Oh! The war is over. Peace. Status quo. Excellent. Right, okay.
Construction complete.
Good. So that gives us 10 years of peace. The fact that we lost Escola is super annoying, however. So what we're going to have to do really is make Second Fleet our priority for over the next decade. And attempt to sorry, words are not going to come out of my mouth in a second. Yeah, we're going to make Second Fleet our priority and attempt to get that up to full strength, which is to say 10 cruisers, 10 destroyers, 20 corvettes. Because then, when the inevitable 4th Xaplo War happens, we'll be able to retake Escola straight off the bat. So...
Research complete.
The problem with being right next to a bunch of ultra-xenocidal supermaniacs is that you know that every lull in between a war is just that, a lull. We have some regenerative hull tissue, because I think that would be really useful. And we are going to send our fleets to... Has this got a shipyard on it? It does not have a shipyard on it. It will shortly have a shipyard. Actually, no, we'll put shipyard on Memos and a crew quarters, because that allows us to station Third Fleet there. And we will close down Kongath, which enables us then to upgrade Zataron and Ildon. Okay, so what we are now doing is we are putting our fleets into positions where they can be upgraded, because we are now about to do that. So better fusion engines, improved reactor boosters instead of extra evasion. So that gives them a little bit more damage output at the expense of being slightly easier to hit, but that isn't something that's particularly an issue anyway. And we're also going to swap the weapons around to disruptors and autocannons on the corvettes, and we probably need to start researching the better versions of the disruptors as well. Okay, so just to demonstrate what I mean there, so the autocannon does 4.4 damage, the level 3 railgun does 3.8 damage. The autocannon does better hull damage, same amount of shield damage, and slightly worse against armour, but that's not really a huge problem. Okay, so the disruptors are quite good because they ignore armour and shields. So although they're not doing a great deal of damage, it is all just going straight to the hull, which is the important bit. So let's just check. Level 4, engines. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Good. Then the destroyers. Okay. Improve the Adaptation. It's the X-class and the pickets. Again, autocannons and destroyers. As well as level 4 that, and improved posters there. I think the sort of issue with air conditioning in the UK, at least, is that it's so rarely needed. It always comes as a bit of a shock to us when we do need it. I mean, it would be good, don't get me wrong, it'd be nice to have some air conditioning, but I don't think it's necessary, really, because for so much of the year it would just sit there doing nothing. Right, okay. So now we are in a situation where our fleets can upgrade. Energy credits are going to run out in 12 months and food in 13 months. Okay, so we need to do something about that. Sell some of that. We'll sell some of those, and we will sell some of those, and then we will buy 1,000 food. Yeah, okay. So new canister is absolutely, definitely 110% going to be a generator world. The Exile is leveled up, that's fine. Second fleet, 334 alloy to level 2. Trade it. First fleet, 416. Third fleet, 340. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we just need to wait for a while, really, and allow the stockpile of
Construction complete.
alloy to build up, and also minerals as well. Okay. Okay. So, on balance, we basically swapped Nizataron for Escola. Whilst the Dar Nexus managed to hold them off a little bit and retook Sagathia and Hassela. I'm not sure about Zempek.
Construction complete.
That was Dar at one point, but...
Construction complete.
Okay. Yes. We do want another generator. And that is going to be building... Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Over here we want a trade hub and actually probably another trade hub as well. And we'll stick an off-world trading post on it too. Right. Okay. So now everybody is part of the trade network, which is 102. Oh, hang on, what's that? Is that pirates? That is pirates.
Construction complete.
Okay. So that means at some point we should probably... Actually, let's do that now. We'll put some gun... we'll build a bastion on Barban, and that way we can sort of control the piracy that's happening.
Construction complete.
Okay. Who's died? Oh, the Exile's died. Okay, he just leveled up and then he fell over. Helpful. He'll do. Who are you? Thaklak. Thaklak woman. Good. Okay. One of the nice things about this run through, though, is how quickly, thanks to the Xaplo genocides, how quickly we got lots of different species, which is good. It does make it feel a lot more like a sort of Star Trek style.
Construction complete.
Great. That's something I wanted to do. Okay. So the generator world is going fine. Ideally, I'd like some more people on it, but such is life. We're okay for consuming goods. Food is a problem, energy credits are a problem, and we're running out of volatile modes a bit. But that's not the end of the world. What's this? Unable to build a mining station. Why not? Build the mining station, you fool. There we go. Right. And we have plus 18 minerals, which isn't great. We really need to get that number up. Unfortunately, there's not a great deal I can do about that. Don't really have anything I can do on Earth. Leisure's pretty much maxed out. I can't spare the money to clear the blocker, which is annoying, because otherwise I could put 2 mining districts on, which would help a little bit. Speaking of leisure, a new faction has recently been gaining traction in the internal political landscape of the United Nations of Peoples, led by scientist Ethan Billings, the Human Ascendancy Vanguard. The racists. Their members seek to assert the primacy of the human species by curtailing the rights of aliens if necessary. Yep, the racists. It's the space Nazis. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. This bunch of nutcases want no immigration. They want us to declare war. They want us to prevent non-humans from being citizens. We want to exploit primitive aliens to maximum effect. Abandon the Federation and make a human be the ruler. No, go away. Equally, the Defence First Centre can take a long walk off a short pier, and the Noble Privilege Vanguard are quite clearly off their rocker because they're anti-democratic and want some kind of royal privilege or something. Tends to be why I ignore factions most of the time. Yeah, I suppose they are xenophobes, literally xenophobes. Right.
Construction complete.
Okay. Another 10 minutes or so, and then we will knock this on the head. Send that to there.
Construction complete.
Now we can actually start upgrading things. So the third and second fleet are getting upgraded. First fleet will have to wait. Okay. Yeah, off-world trading company.
Construction complete.
Gun battery. Oh, no, can't build a gun battery yet. Gun battery. Gun
Construction
battery.
complete.
And a resource silo. We shouldn't need to do anything else there. Gun batteries and a comms jammer. Yield them as well. This one's going to be slightly less effective because we needed a trade hub because there's a planet on it. I'm not going to put an off-world trading company on though. And new Byzantium.
Research complete.
Ooh, what have we researched? X-ray lasers. Excellent. Good. Okay. Proton launchers. Have I got battleships? Or am I just imagining something? No, cruisers. Oh yeah, but of course we can put large weapons on cruisers. That's fine. Yeah, there is a really big lag I've found between what I say and when it comes onto Twitch. That's the word, Twitch. Or do we want hyperdrive 2 or physics research or chemical plants? Hyperdrive 2, I think. Proton launchers are good, but they're not a requirement. yet. There's definitely getting enough for a trading campaign. I'm in two minds about Zandaban, whether or not to upgrade that. No. Why? Excuse me just a moment. Second fleet. Oh, 10. There we go. 10 corvettes. Ridiculous. Okay. First fleet can upgrade as well. There we go. Right. Okay. So, as per last time, we are in a reasonable position. As long as things don't go too badly wrong next time there's a war. We need to build up the second fleet to such a point where it can take on Escola Station and win. And equally we need to build up first and third fleets. I'm under no illusions that the Dar are going to be able to hold off the Xaplo. They're just not. Right, what's this? Energy credits in a year, food in just over a year. Volatile notes in a while. So let's sell 500 of them. And buy 1,000 food. And then sell 500 of those and buy 100 of them. That should do. Okay.
Ships upgraded.
Elysia
Ships upgraded.
is going to get a... Where's it gone? Civilian Industries, eventually. Okay, so second fleet has been upgraded. That's good. And we will upgrade it a bit more with some extra ships. Other civilian industries into Elysia. I wonder if we've got... no. We don't have the technology to build hydroponic plants on space stations yet. Probably because I've been focusing on all sorts of things like armour and regenerative hull tissue and stuff you need to fight a war with, as opposed to stuff you need to feed your populace with. But the internal trade market should hopefully stop us from hitting zero. Unless I stop paying attention again and we end up with no energy credits like we did in the middle of a fight, which was a bad time for that to happen. Right. Okay. So let's have a quick look. When we now have until 2307, so we've got 6 years. Our tech level is equivalent. Our economic power is overwhelming. And
Construction complete.
Yeah. Okay. We want 4 more I-class corvettes, really. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ships upgraded.
First fleet's been fully upgraded as well. Okay. Dar Nexus have
Construction complete.
Deaton Starbase. Okay. Okay. So I think we'll leave it there. As I have now been recording for just under an hour. So when it next saves, I'll stop and then we can take stock of where we are and plot for next week. Oh, what's this? Low stockpiles again. Again. Brilliant. Right. If we sell 250 alloy, that buys us some space, doesn't it? And then we can buy... Should we maybe do that again? Can't really. Let's sell 100 of that. And that enables us to buy... That gives us 14 months. Which is not ideal. Okay. Forest adaptation. Continued interaction between our colonists and the wandering forests on New Byzantium has revealed the trees are in possession of some form of rudimentary communal intelligence. They seem to have adapted to our presence, and now go out of their way to avoid damaging the property of our colonists, even without the use of the insect pheromone. Spirits among the colonists have risen. Excellent. Forest adaptation modifier added for 10 years, giving the following effects. Happiness, plus 20%. Brilliant. Now, keep my eye out for that save game flash. Should be along in a moment. There we go. Okay.
Construction complete.
So, where are we at? We have actually connected our territory, which is good. We have a couple of areas in which we can expand if we get this breathing space to do it. One of which is very rich in planets, including a Gaia world that I really want. We have retaken Nizataron, which is good. We were pushed out of Escola, which is bad. And we are now in a position where our fleets are as modern as they're going to get for the time being, and reasonably powerful in comparison to what they were. So, overall, not bad. Next week, I hope to actually finish upgrading at least one of the fleets to full strength, and undoubtedly the Fourth Xaplo War will start next week. So I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, don't forget to follow me on Twitch. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And when you have subscribed, don't forget to press the little bell button so that you get a notification for when I upload the videos, which is usually 6 o'clock GMT, Monday to Friday. So thank you very much indeed. Thank you all for coming to the Twitch stream, and I will see you all tomorrow for Darkest Dungeon, which promises to be a good lark.